Hi, I'm Dr. David Rowe from Rowe Chiropractic Offices. We were just talking with Russell about his experience with the acute flare-up of vertigo. Now remember, we talked about that the vertigo is very common, that it's caused from stress in the top part of the neck. And when we look at Russ's, when we do the examination, we're always checking. We check posture first. Is he straight from the front view? Does he have the normal curve from the side? We check the motion in each vertebra. Do we see if with an instrument if there's any swelling or nerve pressure? That we find out where the pressure is. When we take a look at the X-ray, we remember from the side view, we're supposed to have a slow sweeping curve, and this green line is a really good representation of what the normal neck curve should be like. Russ actually has a pretty good curve until he gets to here. There's a misalignment there, but right here between C2 and C3, it's actually reversed. Now just imagine if we're supposed to have a curve like this, but his curve is reversed there, it's going to put pressure right up against the spinal cord and the brainstem on the top part of the neck. So when we see a problem like this, we create a specific adjustment, we create a therapeutic exercise, we'll create some in-office and home traction, all of that to correct the subluxation. This is a comparative X-ray. There's still some pressure here, but where we were focusing the traction is right between C2 and C3, and we'll look at this we'll look at the numbers in a chart in a minute, and we see that it actually creates a little bit more curve up in there. By reducing the subluxation, it takes the stress off the spinal cord and the nerves. As the stress comes off the spinal cord and the spinal nerves, then the body starts to function normally, and in Russ's situation, the acute vertigo that he had calmed down and he returned to normal balance and feelings of equilibrium. Okay, so let's just look at the chart. Now, this chart comes from an X-ray marking system called Posturate. It's a terrific program. It gives us what the normals are. We can see that what each individual vertebra in the neck is supposed to be measured at. And remember, in the neck, we're supposed to have a minus curve if it's a reverse curve, it would be in the plus. So up here at C2, C3, right here, this vertebra is supposed to be normally at minus 10 degrees, but Russ was at plus 2.6. So let's take a look at what that would look like. If we had a curve like this, and the spinal cord sat in there and it was a minus 10, and the full curve was at minus 42, that's normal, the spinal cord could sit in there and relax, just gushing information from brain to body and back again. That's the normal curve. But Russ has this reversal in this upper cervical area, and it's literally pushing pressure right against his spinal cord. We look at the measurement on the first X-ray, and it's plus 2.6. It's supposed to be minus 10. He's reversed there. So we create an adjustment, a therapeutic exercise, an in-office traction, a home traction, and we work together for a period of time. Then we take a comparative X-ray, and that plus 2.6 goes to minus 2.1. It's not minus 10, but it's a whole lot better at that, because now at least it's in the minus, and the curve has gone from reverse to some curve here, so the spinal cord can relax and the body can start to function normally. It also has an effect on the overall curve. If we look at the curve from the top to the bottom of the curve, it's supposed to be minus 42. Well, originally Russ was minus 22.8. He had some minus in the whole curve with just that one reversal on the top. When we took the comparative X-ray, he goes to minus 26.2, a nice addition. It's over a short period of time, but he made a really nice change. It reduced the symptoms, his body started to function better, and he got back his normal great health. And that's how you do it.